My name is Jason Curtis, and I have the unenviable task of following our students, oftentimes up here on stage. You did a great job, Grace, and now we know who to call for automotive care here on campus. I have the privilege to speak to you as principal today to talk about our school community and talk about the things that we do, and hopefully to give a little bit of life to what we do here as a school, but also to talk to you as a parent. I've been blessed to be here for 16 years as a teacher and as an administrator. And the 2-year-old that I started with here just had his senior night in football. And so I talk to you as a parent, and I tell you that not only will it go much faster than you imagine, but it's also just as important as you think it is. I'm really grateful that you're here today because your investment in your child's education is that important. And for my wife and I, choosing Cardinal Gibbons for our family has been one of the best decisions we've ever made. So today I speak to you not just as a principal, but as a parent as well. And what I know as parents is that what we want for our children is opportunity. So when I talk about our school today, what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about it through the lens of opportunity, the opportunities that our students and that we have as adults to engage in the mission of this school. So let me give you some of the principal information that I'm supposed to share with you as a school. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops talks about 2 essential elements for Catholic schools. One is that we form our students in faith, that they leave our schools with a relationship with God. And then secondly, that our schools be academically excellent. So let me talk a little bit first about our faith as a Catholic school. We're very proud to be a diocesan Catholic school that has been a part of this diocese for 106 years. We have a close relationship with the Diocese of Raleigh. In fact, when you're a student here, you will see the bishop here all of the time. We're very fortunate to have a bishop who will not only celebrate Mass with our community, but will drop in for games, for plays. It's not unusual that you may be at a coffee house concert in the Learning Commons, and all of a sudden the bishop's sitting next to you, because this is where he will be all of the time. Not only to minister to our students, but as he likes to say, to be ministered to by our students. So the relationship that we have with the diocese is important because we also are preparing our students to have a leadership role within the diocese. That when they become adults, that they know that in their faith communities that they will be leaders, that they will serve others, that they have a role to play in our church. And so our curriculum, every year a student will take a theology class. But also in everything that we do, that it fits together. Grace just talked a little bit about service. We don't do service hours here. Service is not some sort of a requirement. It's not something to get done with. It is who we are. It's how we live. So we have somebody full-time who takes all of our students to do service. And you'll find all of our sports teams will also do service. All of our arts will have their own service projects as well. That they will do that will be integrated so that they use their gifts and their talents. Many of the students that you talk to today will talk about our retreat program. Many of them will say it's the most important thing that they do here at Cardinal Gibbons, and they didn't even think about it as an 8th grader. But the opportunity to go away with classmates, to talk about what's important in their lives and where they are in their faith journey, gives them the chance to do something special at high school, which is such an important time before they go off to college. And then the opportunity to attend daily Mass, to experience the sacraments here, and to know that we are truly representing our diocese and our bishop at all times is a great gift and a great blessing as a Catholic school. And the bishops also tell us that we need to be academically excellent. We know that we offer a curriculum that's very wide, very broad, but also very deep, almost 20 AP classes. All sorts of interesting classes, like if you go to our Makerspace room today, you'll hear about our engineering and design courses. We have not only engineering and design during the day, but robotics after school. The robotics group is working on its 4th patent in 4 years, marketable patents. 18-year-olds leaving high school with their name on a U.S. patent. So you have all of these opportunities with classes, but what we really know as parents is that it's the educators that take that curriculum and work with our students that make all the difference. And I hope you get a chance today to meet our teachers, our faculty, and our staff. They are the best group of educators you're going to find in any high school in the United States today. They're professionally qualified. But when people come in and look at our school, what they comment on is not how excellent they are as teachers in terms of academic preparation, but they say our teachers have a really unique relationship with their students. That they really care about them, they care about their growth, they care about their success, and they care about challenging them so that they're prepared not just to go to college, but to be successful in college. Because the secret today is not that students get into college. 50% of them will drop out within 6 years. The secret today is that they go to college and they're prepared for the college experience. And academic preparation is a really important part of that. And it's not just the classes and the success that we have in classes, and it's not just the feedback that we get from universities, because universities tell us that our students are better prepared than any other students that they have coming into their colleges today. And they come on campus to actively recruit our students to their schools. But a big part of it is also all the other programs that surround that preparation. So we talk about some of those clubs like robotics, speech and debate, these programs that are growing so quickly and offer students a chance to apply practically what they're learning in classes. We have a new entrepreneurship club. We have a business alliance where actually students from Gibbons can get a paid internship during the summer. There are a lot of 20-somethings that would kill for that opportunity. We have gotten paid internships that are solely for our students that are real opportunities to apply what they've learned here in a business setting, as well as the opportunity to learn from folks who are engaged in entrepreneurial ventures. How do they do this? Many of them are alumni who are all over the country doing incredible things. What we also know here at Gibbons, and Grace alluded to this, is that our students are here all the time. We're here in an arts part of our school. You're going to notice when you walk around today that we have committed very deeply to our arts, both the visual and the performing arts. And our students do incredibly well and win many awards. But what we're more proud about is that they have the opportunity to participate. So why do we have 2 theaters? Because we also have a JV theater program. So that when you come in as a freshman, you have the opportunity, you don't have to wait until you're a junior or senior to be a part of a play. You can do it your very first year. The arts are something that affect all of our program. St. Bonaventure had a great quote. He talked about that the soul is a mirror that transforms itself into whatever it casts its gaze upon. So the arts are not just for the students up on stage, but they're for everybody who are out in the seats, because it is out here where when we see the grace of God coming through our students, that then we are transformed, that we are different. And so it's so important that our schools have arts programs, because we need to be around the arts, whether we're a dancer or working in the visual arts or in drama. These seats are most important, because that's where we learn why it's so important to share those gifts. Same thing in athletics. We get a lot of attention for the success of our athletes, and we're very, very proud of what our athletes have done. We have been very successful in the state. We were the top-ranked school in the state by a national ranking program, and second in the United States, #1 in mid-sized schools for an athletic program. But that's not what you're going to hear our students talk about. What you'll hear our athletic directors say is that this fall, even in the midst of our teams being so successful, this fall, every single freshman student who wanted to be on a team had a spot on one of our athletic teams. And that means in many of our programs, we may have 4 or 5 teams just to make sure that you have the opportunity to participate. That we not only have a top-flight athletic training staff, but a director of strength and conditioning that's available for every single student, regardless of whether they're in a team or not. And we're developing a college-style intramural program, because that's what we want to offer to our students, is this opportunity to participate, to be healthy, to be safe. And in all things, we are seeking an opportunity for you to get engaged with our school community. You know, one of the things that's really important about being a student in high school is you want to get prepared. So when you fill out your application for Cardinal Gibbons, you will be filling out with an essay and a recommendation. As an 8th grader, that can be pretty intimidating. But what I know as a senior parent is in just 4 short years, you're going to be doing the same thing, getting ready for colleges. So why not get engaged now? Student council, we're a little bit different. We have student council elections, but also a full half of our officers apply and are interviewed. Because that's how most of us today will get into a leadership position, by applying and interviewing. And not only do we apply and interview, but we have students who conduct the interviews. You have the opportunity to get prepared for what you'll actually do in life. For you as parents especially, this is so important. We want you to have the opportunity to send your children to Cardinal Gibbons. This year, $1.4 million of our budget is set aside expressly for need-based financial aid, making up almost entirely all the aid that we give. Our Board of Trustees and our leadership is committed to making sure that you have an opportunity for your family to participate in Catholic education and commit to Catholic education. And we hope that if you have questions about that, that you ask us today. So, that's the principal talk. But that's not what I get asked about most when I am out and people find out that I work at Cardinal Gibbons High School. The most common question I get is, why do your students like this school so much? And I always kind of think, well, that's kind of a weird question. Aren't they supposed to like school? They say, well, no, they're not supposed to like school. I said, well, then that's wrong. So let me tell you why I think that our students like this place. I think it reflects a little bit of what we heard in the gospel today. In Mass today, the gospel was from the Gospel of Matthew. It was the Beatitudes. And when Jesus is talking about the Beatitudes, he's talking about all these things that necessarily we don't talk about in society. He's not talking about wealth or power or being in charge. He's talking about kindness and mercy, caring for others, being compassionate to those who deserve our love, all, not just those who are important or who achieve or who are successful in what we consider to be. So what you're going to find today is what our students and our parents and our teachers want to convey to you is that it's not about state championships. It's not about awards or huge productions. It's not about just getting into great colleges and being successful. It is about the word that Grace used in her speech, love. And I am so grateful that she used that word, because when people ask what's the difference between Cardinal Gibbons and all these other schools, I'll say that's it, that we are willing to use that word, love. We believe that when we are good in the classroom, when we're good on stage, when we're good on the field, that we are doing what God has called us to do, and that's pleasing to God, and it is loving to others. So our biggest days are not some rally for a state championship. Biggest days are not necessarily a big event in class. Our biggest days are a day like today, or freshman welcome, or our freshman parents put on a freshman parent focus, a program just for parents put on by parents. Those are our biggest days, because it's on those days that we really do what we're called to do, to love each other as a community. So today, instead of all of this stuff that we think about high school, what we really want to convey to you is that what this experience is in 4 years, and what I will tell you, not only as a principal, but as a parent, it is about loving people. And that we welcome all of you, not just students, but also parents, into a mission of love, where we care for each other, we welcome each other, and that we are excited about all the wonderful things we do, even if it's changing a tire, coming to a speech. Because we care and love for each other in this community. That's what we hope that you get from today. So on behalf of our school community, it's my privilege to welcome you to Cardinal Gibbons High School, to welcome you into this loving relationship, and that we hope that you have a wonderful day today on campus. Thank you.